Hello, everyone. It's Sunday. You know what time it is.
No, I don't. Where on the planet am I?
I'm about to tell you what time it is. It's a Sunday fun day here in Otter Creek, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Welcome for tuning in. We get to hang out with you guys, read your comments in the live chat if you're tuning in real time at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard. Jeremy usually likes to start the live off with a song.
I think you should sing this week.
I definitely won't be singing. That would be
Tape.
that would be a hard negative. And
I can easily do brown tape. Look. Ready?
Oh yeah. We don't want decaf. Nice. Have you been practicing? I'm impressed.
It's the exact same
I am
as every
impressed.
other song. Every chord progression is a 1-4-5.
All right, take it away, Jeremy.
Brown tape.
I'll head bob and I'll even finger weave. I'm really good at doing this.
If you love winning free gold, type I love gold.
For free, $99.
If you love winning free gold, this is crazy. This is the craziest giveaway we've ever done.
It's huge.
Type I love gold.
Work.
Huh?
Go. Say.
If you love winning gold as you're at home in the cold. If you love winning gold.
Free gold, y'all.
Top I love gold. I'll see you all like Cornelius. The Yukon Cornelius. Oh wait, that was Lynette. Oh shucks.
Oh my goodness.
Oh.
Who remembers that from the deposition? Save that straw.
Oh.
Save that straw. If you save a straw and purchase a straw from our Buy It Now in our Whatnot store, you automatically get entered in to win that free gold.
How many things are going to be saved from the walruses? The big walrus from her deposition. This is going to be interesting, man. We have so
the chair
much.
that she'll be sitting in. That poor chair.
Wait,
oh my God.
Wait.
I don't even want to think about it.
I didn't think she
God.
could get out of the truck. You know, those health issues.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Well, we'll get into more of that, but we are giving away gold, free gold tonight. It's going to be absolutely incredible. As you look right here, you can see maybe if the camera actually wants to focus it. Oh, look, looks like it'll focus. No, maybe. All right, so you've got a half ounce of gold there.
That's a gold bar. It's a beauty.
And then you got a 10th ounce. You've got a 10th ounce of gold right here. And one person is taking it all of it. All of it. Yeah. We had said that we were going to do $1,500 and we upped the ante to $1,660 in pure gold. Now, here's what's going to happen. And I'm going to repeat this because there's going to be another 10,000 people coming into the chat here tonight. And so keep in mind, when you're watching YouTube, you're not the only person that's watching. There are people that never heard of us before or just finding us. They don't even know what's going on. And so we are going to give the option of a buyback. In other words, if you win the $1,660 in gold tonight, which is going to be huge, I will give you the option. Do you want us to ship you the gold, or do you want in cash $1,660 and I'll buy the gold back from you? And so there will be an option there. Now, I strongly encourage the person who wins, keep the gold. gold goes up in value. But I also know that somebody may win the gold and go, listen, I need this cash bad right now, Jeremy. Where can I sell this? And so there are those in situations where they need that cash more than they need the gold, and they don't want the hassle of being able to having to sell. You know, that's the hardest part about this gig, is being in the reselling business. Anybody can buy. You can see fools out there that stalk us to storage units, literally sit there for hours and stalk us to storage units, creep on us at a storage unit, then lie about the color of our vehicle, then defame us online, and is headed into court now because of that defamation. You can see creeps like that who bid on storage units that have no idea how to sell something, and then whine and cry like a toddler.
Well, whine and cry because they don't have the ability to bid responsibly at an auction,
so
an online auction. We
understand that the selling is the hard part. Anybody can buy. Anybody can buy. Anybody can bid and buy, right? And we understand that selling is the hard part. And so I'm going to give that option tonight of, if you win the $1,660 in gold, if you would prefer the cash over the gold, then I will buy that back from you. Okay. Now, as I even state that, I cannot stress this enough, that the gold is going to increase in value. Only take the option of the buyout if you truly need that cash immediately, because that gold is going to keep going up and up and up and up, which is one of the reasons why we wanted to do that instead of actually $1,500. So
we're giving you the option to decide, and you have until the end of the auction to decide. Well, from the time that they win the gold, because Whatnot automatically selects a buyer.
Yes, completely random. Completely
How much time are you giving the buyer to think about whether they want the item shipped? Because Monday is a holiday, so keep that in mind. Whatever you guys win at auction or purchase at or buy it now won't go out tomorrow, because tomorrow's a holiday, so post office won't be closed. Do you want to give them until, like,
I'm sure they're going to know immediately if they want the gold.
Okay.
Now, I just want to give you wise counsel. The gold increases in value. So only take the buyout if you absolutely need the cash. Okay. And so, and you're going, I don't want to sell. I don't know how to sell. That's not, I mean, there are other people out there like that. Couldn't sell if their life depended on it. They can go out there and defame other people, but they have no problem running their mouth. They don't know how to run a business. So, but that option will exist for you all. Okay. So whoever wins. Now, if you want to increase your chances of winning tonight, there's a really easy way to do that. And it's just like when you get other family members and friends in on your lottery ticket, you go, hey, let's all get in on this. Let's jump in. And so the more people you share the link with tonight, and you tell them, hey, this dude is giving away $1,660 in free gold tonight, the more option that your group may actually win this. Yep. And so
we have pinned the comment. We have pinned in the comments in the live section, if you're tuning in real time, we have pinned the link to the Whatnot. You have to download the app, which is free. And if you've never downloaded it before, you've never made a purchase before, you should automatically receive a $15 credit to be able to use and spend in our auction this year.
And we've tried to make this as fair as possible across the board, because we have 160 lots tonight, right? Including in the shirts off our backs.
Now, this shirt does not apply to all our beautiful community.
No. This applies to the haters.
To the haters.
Yeah, this applies to the neighbors, to the haters.
To the creepy people.
The creeps that stalk us at storage units.
The people that are just no bueno.
Walruses.
Loving community.
Walruses.
This does not apply to you. But I'm sure you guys can relate to this.
You know, deuces with giant noses and some others as well. So we are literally brand new. 3X and 2X gonna auction off the shirts off our backs.
They're so new that mine still has the tag.
Brand new. 160 lots tonight. 160. Yes. So the way that we've tried to make it, and are you trying to show us something? Do you have the same one? Oh, Deanna has the same shirt right now. I didn't know she had one. And she's wearing it. Oh my goodness. Okay.
Under
Deanna,
she's
you
wearing-
might as well just come
the
up here.
shirt that she's wearing is underneath a hoodie that's hilarious.
Yeah, you might
The
as well.
hoodie is pretty good.
I was like, what in the world is she doing? So
Mhm.
she's got her Deadpool
It
hoodie
says,
on.
"Shh, no one cares.
And then,
underneath.
and then this was not planned.
Not planned.
This was not
We
planned.
didn't get the
Even know
memo.
about these shirts
It
till I
was
walked in
not
there.
planned. It wasn't planned. It wasn't planned. Oh my goodness.
That's
Well,
hilarious.
you
That's
can
why I
tell.
was looking when I walked in, I'm like,
You can
"Are
tell.
you
You can tell Deanna is a part of the What the Hales team for
She
sure.
fits in perfect.
Oh my goodness.
Man,
So.
she has been a blessing.
So we've tried to make everything as fair as possible. We realize there's only 160 lots tonight, and there's some incredible, amazing collectible gold,
good.
collectible
Stuff that
silver,
I still can't believe he's auctioning
collectible
off.
dollars, collectible coins, and yet we have well over 1,000 options in the buy it now
Yes.
for you as well. So
Right.
in other words, that means people can come in and buy something in the buy it now if they can't win an auction. Gina, thank you so much
You
for the
can
$10.
buy something as low as $20, and if
And
you haven't redeemed your $15,
You're good to go.
You apply that 15, it only costs you $5 plus tax and shipping, so it's a no-brainer.
And if you win the gold, then you go, hey, got that gold. If you win it, you got it. Okay. We do have a lot of mail, but we're not going to cover mail tonight. All right.
We know
There's
we promised
too
you guys
much.
last Sunday that we would, and the Sunday before.
Next Sunday, we can focus on that. There's just too much that has happened this week that has been going on. So while we told you that federal court would move pretty slow, oh my goodness, has it ever gone fast? And we started with referring to some individuals that buy storage units that don't even know how to resell anything. But that's not the only person that we know that doesn't know how to sell, because we've got an individual in Otter Creek who's attempting to sell brand new toys that were donated for a child,
For the
not
child.
for her, for a child, designated for a child, and going around and trying to sell all these brand new toys. Cat or FL,
Yeah.
thank you so much. How do you feel about that?
We've been trying to warn people, you can donate to the child, but just keep in mind that the people that are caring for her, her caretakers, they're going to sell it and flip it for cash. And so now there's 100% proof that she's trying to sell all of the donated gifts for those that have donated in hopes that the gifts would go to the child.
This
The
is the
parents
craziest
or
part.
caregivers, whatever you want to call them, are selling it for
The
cash.
non-caregivers. And here's the craziest part of it all, okay? As per the usual, deny. I'm not going to do that. I'm not doing that. And then in a hater's stream, she literally goes, I'm so upset right now. Laura Mott's the only one I told. I'm so mad. And she admits it yet again.
Oh my God.
How
Does
dumb.
I mean, does this surprise you though? Honestly, does it surprise you?
Me? At this point, I don't
Grifter
know
is
why.
gonna grift.
I don't know why, but yes, it still surprises me. So now
does-
she's
it
starting
does
in on
too.
Laura Mott. Now she's starting in on Laura Mott.
So she not
Yeah.
Vermont now?
She not for Mott? Yeah, well, I'm going to guess she's not for Mott anymore.
I'm
And
sure Crook knows all about it. I'm
What-
sure he helped her load up the vehicle and take it straight
Oh,
to
well,
the flea market.
Crook was an entire part of the conversation trying to sell everything. And so there's no doubt about it. Completely and totally admitted. And here's the funniest part, okay? Here's the funniest part. The fleas actually, or the walruses, my apologies, the walruses have been posting things such as, this is so ridiculous.
Thank you, Star. Thank
This
you,
is so
Peter.
ridiculous. Posting things such as this. If they are teaming up to go against you, you should understand how powerful you are by yourself. Can we say anti what the Hale's ecosystem teaming up against us? Is this a post telling us how powerful we are? Wow. Can we talk about somebody not having self-awareness? For as large as this individual is, and let me be clear, I'm not body shaming anybody viewing, even though she is viewing right now, even though she's going to say that she's not viewing, even though she's going to go live after this and talk about everything. As large as this individual is, you would think you would have some self-awareness about yourself. Like, how can you not see yourself? and the insanity of, oh, I was attacking them. I was attacking everything about them, and now they're attacking me. I'm so powerful. Powerful enough to try and not get served this week. Oh my goodness, Stacy, thank you so much.
Coming. That's why she
okay. We are gonna get into that, but Scott Stark was served this week as well. And everybody right now may be going, wait, who's Scott Stark? Well, Scott Stark is the recruit of Deuce in Florida who lapsed on his license to even practice in Florida, who's supposed to represent Lynette in court, which, oh wait, that's right. We also had Deuce this week say, there's no hearing for the thumbnail case.
For the sanction. So let me get this straight.
I can't take it this week. I literally can't take it this week.
Signed off on paperwork that Deuce ghost wrote because it's clearly Deuce's handwriting.
And 100% illegal. 100% illegal. Deuce is so dumb. So dumb, he even put, well, we're going to get into how dumb he is, but so dumb, he even put the wrong initial for Scott Stark on the papers. That's how dumb these two are. And Scott Stark's wife answers the door, refuses to accept service because Scott Stark is being deposed. Scott Stark is going to court. Scott Stark and Deuce are going to court. Deuce is going to be deposed. And the list goes on and on. Scott Stark's wife tries to slam the door to not be deposed for Scott. My goodness, how beautiful. And he's not the only one. The walrus, the head walrus, screaming and crying and scamming and conning, same exact thing, trying to not accept service. Oh my goodness, this is funny.
So let me get this straight also. So we all know that Lynette has voluntarily withdrawn 2 lawsuits that she's had against him. The first one with her first lawyer, Silverman. The second one with the thumbnail lawsuit, which included Jeremy, myself, and then 2 other individuals.
And I let Silverman.
That's the attorney that withdrew that lawsuit. So for those of you that are confused, because there's so many players and so many people involved in our.
And I let Silverman off easy because I could have pursued and moved forward in that lawsuit, where they were begging for me to allow them to dismiss. They were begging me to allow them to dismiss because I could have moved forward and Silver Scam would have been liable for the money if Lynette couldn't pay. He would have been liable for the money anyway. Same way Deuce is going to be liable. Same way Scott Stark is liable. And so I let him off easy because he didn't know. But Deuce knew. Scott Stark.
Oh, he knows.
He knows. They know exactly. They know exactly what they're doing. There will be no settlement discussions. There will be no letting them off whatsoever. I let Silver Scam off easy because he was just stupid, blinded by money, by a fool, a unhinged, unmental fool, which he now knows. And I went, okay, and I'll take care of this further down the road via other avenues. So you've got Scott Stark getting served, but refusing service. You got Lisa Lee Rapuzzi, or I should say Repulsi.
The rat polsters.
Repulsi refusing service, even though she is officially and legally served. And so this has been beyond interesting. How do you think that whole service went when the walrus was getting served? You think she was still stuck in the truck?
I think she was probably creeping through the blinds or through the truck. I don't know.
Oh my goodness. Well, I could tell the entire story. But
I try not to picture her because she is repulsive.
She answered her front door because she thought somebody was going to buy a wee-wee rock.
Oh, you think? So right. They came knocking, and she's like, "Hey, do you want a rock in the shape of a wee-wee?" Oh, wait, no, in the shape of a taco. Wow, oh, that's great because we're fundraising for a child. Why we sell them?
That's so gross.
So inappropriate. So
gross.
Not okay. And absolutely insane. So the walrus has also posted things. This is just so funny. If they're teaming up to go against you, you should understand how powerful you are.
Who posted that?
That's the head walrus.
Oh.
That's
What
the
does
head
that
walrus.
even mean?
It means she's crying for attention. That she's so powerful because people are getting into her past now and figuring out who exactly and what exactly
But she
is.
invited the planet to dig.
Yeah, isn't that interesting? And then when we actually shared information, and I don't mind sharing this openly with you because this is so ironic. So we shared openly about Gabriel Weeks, her husband. Okay,
Not husband.
husband, not husband, husband. It goes back and forth. Ex-husband
because of benefits.
So we shared some. We didn't even go into his 2004 rug charges. We didn't go into his other county, other states. We shared some. Now then she goes and cries and they weep and then tell everybody to go and report our video, our live stream to YouTube. Now YouTube uses bots, okay? Now 99.9% of the time, nothing is going to come off of YouTube on our channel. But this one, they were successful. And so then the go, we did it. How stupid can you be? You literally know we have a court case for tortious interference of business, and YouTube is a business.
And then boast about it.
And then boast about it. And then I think she got a little cocky because the magistrate didn't add other individuals into the actual case, which I'm going to touch on that as well. Let me be very, very clear. There are many different directions to get to the same result. The federal case was one easy path, and there are other easier paths. The federal case was one path to get them all same time. Now, I'm going to tell you what the magistrate said why we were there for the deposition in regards to that, but I'll get to that in a little bit. So her then going on and going, yes, we're successful. We got it taken down. We did it. Literally incriminating herself for tortious interference of our business. Public information. Public information. Public information. Now, if I don't have that is a home run out of the park court case for tortious interference of the business, and that's just one small example of so many. So that's just sit there and to brag about that, not knowing that you're going to be in court because of it. Can these people get any dumber? And I know what they're thinking.
I mean, that was low-hanging fruit. Just from what you're telling me. I don't listen to them. I don't watch. I hear bits and pieces from what like Megan.
Yeah, we listen to Megan and Tug and what they tell us.
And just the sound of her voice is so repulsive. Like I can't get it. And I know a lot of you guys at home can relate. It's demonic. It's so disgusting that how can you listen to it?
Well, and why do you think she doesn't show her face? Because you couldn't look at it either.
That's true.
You would not want to look at it.
So I only read what people post, but I have been so behind on reading posts because I've been so busy working versus sitting online gossiping the way she does. I have a real job and I work.
Wait, so you work for a living? You don't scam and con people.
I do not. I earn.
Scammers. The funniest part of this all, as these story of our life just keeps going in so many insane directions, like it's mind blowing. The funniest thing is Lynette and Crook scammers, 100% scammers, being scammed by Lisa Lee Repulsi, the Walrus, and Gabriel Weeks. Scammers scamming scammers. I mean, can it get any funnier? Okay, so she also posted, this is so funny because we had the cat. We caught the cat. Now, so everybody needs to know that we have video of the actual cat that was on that property. And What You Doing Willis has video of the cat that was on that property. So Repulsi, the walrus.
You even hear Lynette telling the Levy County sheriffs about the cat because it was in
flea infested, and so Repulsi
was in Lloyd's camper, and she even texted Lloyd about it, and we have copies of the text.
So Repulsi goes on to post the funniest thing. Apparently, she thinks she's God Because if she says debunked, apparently it's debunked. No evidence, no proof, no anything.
Well, everyone's
So-
waiting for evidence and proof.
Well, isn't the
Thank you,
everybody?
Sandra.
So she said, since Germ Sunday Live, biker group story of lies, debunked by president of board. Okay, let me clarify something here. Okay, first of all, she showed you no evidence whatsoever. Okay, now the individual that contacted me is willing to talk to my lawyer, 100%. Has asked me not to share the text, but has said she will be in court. Now, here's the thing where they really screwed up. This isn't just some random that contacted me. If you guys remember back, a few summers ago, there was a individual that was hired by me who went by the name of Substitute George. So George was in Ohio, I was in Florida, and I needed help. Just like when I'm in Ohio, I need help when George is in Florida, and we vice versa, and we do this. And so Substitute George, her man is the president of the biker organization. So to say such foolish things, to think that a former employee who was on the property, who now they're calling a liar and debunked, who's contacting and calling me and telling me all this, this is pretty serious. And I can share with you that all information, everything that they claim in regards to this, because they've inserted themselves into this case, and they've brought a case against themselves. All of this is going to be discussed in the depositions for proof. So anything she has lied about, I can assure you, we are going to try and get proof. Either she's telling the truth, which I don't believe she is by any stretch of the imagination, or outright, you're going to see in the depositions, she's a fat walrus liar. Okay? So you've got a former employee of What the Hales, whose man is the president of the organization, now being called a liar by the walrus. Now, I'm pretty sure the president of the organization isn't going to be okay with that. And I'm pretty sure she's not going to be okay with that. And they're willing to testify in court. So we've got a little bit of an issue there. But let's keep going on in regards to the debunking. Now, I would share with you the text from this individual, but this individual has asked me not to share the text, but she is willing to testify in court. All right, so we've got also... So she goes on about Megan Fox's story about Northport's story of HG not being sick. Stephanie is the source. And then all she says is debunked.
Thank you, Greta. We can see you.
How in the world was that debunked by saying the word debunked?
What?
Megan reported the story from Stephanie in Northport.
Okay.
Who was very
so
close.
How was that debunked?
So we've got no proof, no evidence, no nothing, debunked. That's what we got. Stephanie's willing to go to court. Do you see a theme? Her over there, debunked, thinking she's God. If she says debunked, all of a sudden, like creation, God said it and it happened. No, just because the walrus says it doesn't mean any of it happened. And we will be deposing for all information and exposing all information for truth and accountability, not for content. This is our lives. This is not their lives. They failed in their own lives. They didn't have any success until they started our lives.
Neighbor story.
For content for them. We want to be left alone to live our lives peacefully. Okay, so we've got more. MP selling toys from the HJ Christmas, debunked. Literally, Lynette's in her chat proving it. Are walruses this dumb?
Was it before? Did Lynette admit it before or after?
No, she did. Lynette admitted it in the chat afterwards. So
Okay.
this just proves how big of a fat walrus liar
When
she
your
is.
PR debunks you.
Yeah, no, when you debunk your PR, like my goodness,
And
how
vice versa. This is such a comedy show.
now
It's so
we could show you the screenshots. So we could show you the screenshots of Lynette in the chat. We've already sent that video off to our legal team, but there are plenty of it out there on the internet already. So you can see this for yourself. I guess I'm getting it. I'm sorry, I'm getting it right now.
I'm getting it right now. Lynette debunking it in the chat right there. I'm here and I'm very hurt today. Laura is the only one that knew I was up there with that toy car. There you go. Debunked. Did we just debunk the debunk? I think we just debunked
Oh
the
my
debunk.
God, this shirt is for them and their channel. But then
Oh my
again,
goodness.
teeny tiny channel, no one, they will never blow up and be successful if they talked about their personal life.
They also claim they're not walruses. They said debunked, but I got a picture of them. Debunked!
Who's got the grape ape purple hair?
Do you really want to know? The executive director,
The bootlicker.
The bootlicker.
Oh,
The one with the
that's
boot in the
right.
mouth, the one with the cigarette in the mouth, and the one with the boot in the mouth.
Ooh.
So nasty. So
Ugh.
nasty.
if you look into these people's past, it is repulsive. And their present. It is repulsive, literally repulsive. Okay, we also have scammers. All it says is scammers. Debunk, debunk, debunk.
Is there
Is there any Greta, thank you. Oh my goodness.
Greta, we can
The
see you.
stupid get stupider and stupider. I mean, it's just insane. Oh my goodness. I mean, I could keep going on. But it's she then goes on to call us stalkers. Okay, let me clarify on that so we can debunk that as well. Calls us the stalkers. Who has civil protection orders against them? Us or them?
Lynette and Crick do.
Who's soon going to have civil protection orders against them? Oh, that's right. Walruses. Do we have any civil protection orders against us? No. As a matter of fact, Lynette is the one that went into court and dropped it all because she knew she couldn't get it. Can we say debunk, debunk, debunked?
Well, who was the one that went live on their YouTube channel and left the turd purgatory to come to the
Driving on the wrong side of the road,
to
mind
look
you.
for my vehicle?
Stalking, looking, filming your vehicle, and then tries to say that it's illegal that we do it. Which, by the way, we have the full phone call and police report to Levy County Sheriff of Lynette calling and trying to explain to the corporal, who the corporal was out here again today. I'll get in that in just a little bit. Trying to explain to the corporal how it's illegal what Jeremy is doing because the walruses told her that, and the corporal educating her on what is legal and isn't legal. And then Lynette throwing the corporal off the property, and the corporal saying, I obliged. Which the corporal was out again today. So the corporal was here again today. You are going to see in tomorrow's video. Karen, thank you for the chat. Teresa, thank you for the chat. The corporal was out here again today. The civil protection order was broken yet again today. And not only was it broken verbally, Crook has also put a sign in the yard, and
he yelled out the acronym of it.
Hey, Deanna, can you go grab the filming phone on the desk? I thought I sent it to this phone. So he not only communicated verbally and yelling OCC, which is Otter Creek Coward, okay, and calling me an OCC. And he's put up a sign, so that's communication. He's put up a sign. That sign is for me. He's communicating verbally with me. He is also non-verbally communicated, which the corporal is very much aware of, and this will be filed in Ohio. They are going to court again in Ohio, and I will show you one screenshot. So Crook turns his back as he's screaming at me. Crook then turns his back and he gives me the double flip off, which is right here. So by the way, this is another drug addict on their property. So he's flipping me off right there. He gives me the double flip off. Look at how secure that fence is. Boy, that fence just did wonders, didn't it? All you fools that gave money for it. That fence really protected it. That fence really stopped them from this, didn't it? They have another rug addict on the property. Why are you guys not asking questions about this and concerned for the child? Why are you not concerned for the child? This is another rug addict up on the ladder. We know exactly who it is. He's already been in jail for this. And that's Crook. He verbally communicated, then he non-verbally communicated, double flicking me off. And he also has a sign. That's 3 forms of communication. So Corporal was out yet again today and was over there yet again today. Let me see if I can get that to focus back in.
Here we go. Slow.
So whenever so Ramsey's 2.0 is lifted. He has a lift kit.
It's
Therefore,
lifted 2 inches. It's not like
only
it's
2
these
inches.
crazy lifts in Florida.
Correct.
It's
not like the
lifted
Florida
2 inches.
And I could even see their property from the passenger seat when we're heading towards the schoolhouse. Like that privacy fence isn't a privacy fence.
Not to mention it isn't on, it's on the easement.
Oh, well, the privacy fence is on the easement. I did talk to Denny George, who is the executive director of Central Florida Electric, and whether it was legal or not. And I'm not going to share those conversations currently because, well, frankly, Denny is a friend as well.
So anyways, I could totally see over the fence from the passenger.
But you are correct. It is
In
illegal.
Ramsey's
The fence is illegal. They have to have complete and total access to the actual pole. Now, I'm just going to share what Central Florida Electric shared with me. And so they did share, no, this is not right. But if they lock that gate, Florida Electric has every right to knock down the fence to get to access to their pole at any time for any reason. And so they fenced in that pole. It's not okay. It's not right. Central Florida Electric isn't going to do anything about it. But if Central Florida Electric needs to smash that fence down to get access to their pole, they will. And they have every right to do that as well. So that fence isn't a permanent structure there because they've put it on access, blocking access to the telephone pole. So that's not okay either. And yes, I have talked to Central Florida Electric, and others have communicated with Gabe Weeks's parole officer, and the parole officer has given insight of the direction to go with these new scams and these new things that they are doing. And so that's positive as well, that the parole officer is in the no, and that the parole officer is saying, this is the direction you go. This is what you want to do to pursue this, and things along those lines. So that's also incredible. How did you feel, George, when you found out that Deuce was crying to have the federal case moved to Gainesville because he doesn't want this magistrate to have anything to do with it? What was the result?
Well, what I found comical was.
Well, pause for 1 second, because I probably should tell everybody. Deuce filed a motion.
Yeah, let's lay the foundation.
You lay the foundation. Go for it, and then tell them your response.
So Deuce has been filing a lot of frivolous motions, like ridiculous motions. It's so ridiculous, they're ridiculous. And so this last motion that, and most, I'm not saying all, but most of them have been denied by the magistrate. The latest one was him trying to move the case from Pensacola to Gainesville.
I can't take it.
Even though it's still part of Gainesville territory. So he filed a motion to say, can we move the case from Gainesville to Gainesville? I mean, basically that's what it is. And if you've read the motion, because it is public record, if you've read the motion,
I can't take it.
Deuce includes in the motion a blurb of what Randy told him. Like Randy even told him this before he filed the motion, and Deuce included the conversation in the motion. That Randy even told him, so wait a minute, you're going to move forward to file a motion to move the case that's already in Gainesville to Gainesville? Okay, go ahead.
File a motion to move the case from Gainesville to Gainesville.
So with all that being said,
Oh my goodness.
the motion was denied within less than 24 hours. Within less than 24
And the
hours.
magistrate was like, hey, don't even respond. This guy's an idiot. Yeah,
Right.
no kidding.
So the plaintiff
Oh my
did not,
goodness.
there was no response
Oh my
needed
goodness.
from the plaintiff's
I'm
side.
crying.
Because typically you get X amount of days to respond.
Oh
and
my goodness.
There's all these procedures that you have to follow. And so immediately he filed another motion. Deuce filed another motion. Another motion. Like, where does this man find the time to file all these motions?
He has no clients.
and watch all these YouTube channels that are sharing the truth of our life story.
What I find ironic
I
is
don't get it.
he's deposing me and asking, how long does it take you to check and see if your civil protection orders have been violated online every day? I'm like, I don't know. You were just a part of a 5.5 hour stream.
How long does it take him to be on all these streams and watch all these channels and troll and post anonymously? Yeah, here's another one. You haven't seen this one yet, probably either.
No, I haven't. I haven't really been online.
So Deuce is trying to post in the fake What the Hales page, which let me give you a little bit of understanding. There are many fake pages, and what happens is these Indians, and they're from India and Pakistan and a couple other places over to the east. They come in and they try and mirror our names, our image. They steal our image, and they steal our content, and they try and make money. Okay, that's what they do. And then they don't get monetized because we strike them on Facebook, on YouTube, the whole deal, and they get no money, and then they abandon it. So this fake What the Hales page is abandoned, but we can subpoena all the anonymous posters, and we are going to in court. And you've got Deuce, who's anonymously posting that he's some kind of ninja. And look at this: no harm will come to my clients under your watch. So let me read this to you in context. Deuce posts this: the power of prayer is truly remarkable. Congratulations, dear Bruce. You're a true warrior and a ninja at the gate. Is this starting to sound like Sean up in Ohio, the 700-pound ninja? And then goes on to say, no harm will come to my clients under your watch. Okay, he's anonymously posting about himself, saying, Bruce, you're a ninja, you're so great. And then he screws up and says, under my watch, my clients, my clients. He screws up and he puts my clients. This is a big screw up, like Scott Stark initial, like Gainesville to Gainesville.
In Ohio.
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking. What if that is the fat ninja?
Talking to Deuce.
Talking to Deuce about his Ohio client.
Oh my goodness. You mean Deuce has already been complaining that the guy in Ohio won't talk to him anymore. Completely told this is Deuce. This is 100% Deuce. No harm will come to my clients under your watch. Keep watching, you're incredible. And the other thing Deuce did is he deleted this once he got called out on it, and then edited it and corrected it, took the my clients out. Okay. Yeah. Keep being your incredible self, Bruce, and let the violence-plagued What the Hales ecosystem stew. These ladies better go grab their blood pressure meds because the legal battle is about to become even more extraordinary. Yeah, it is. It absolutely is. He has no clue what's coming. So he's posting anonymously about himself because vast majority of the posts, 99%, are against him. And he's going in and posting anonymously, trying to boost himself. Can we talk about narcissism?
He's so stupid that he doesn't know that you can edited posts on Facebook.
He doesn't even know how to do a screenshot. He doesn't know how to hit one button. I don't know why Deanna's on the other side of the camera and talking. Well, she's not on this side, but he's so dumb. He doesn't even know how to press one button and screenshot a video.
Don't give him any hints.
I'm not giving him any hints. So he's posting anonymously and getting himself caught. How narcissistic, how ridiculous can you be?
I mean, for someone,
and I think we've just seen the tip of the iceberg.
For someone with only 3 clients, he says is Lynette, Crook, and the child.
Yeah.
I mean, why wouldn't he want to try and boost his ego? Who else is going to do it? Who else is going to boost his ego if he can't do it himself?
Not as mail-in bride. I think at the end of this, she'll probably end up leaving him, and rightfully so.
I don't even think that his own clients have anything nice to say about him.
I haven't seen any good reviews. I haven't seen any.
They have no choice because he's doing it pro bono.
I have not seen.
Remember,
we already know. Lynette has already posted.
Would touch this.
Lynette has already posted that she doesn't like Deuce at all.
And he don't like her either.
They don't even like each other. Now, myself
and... He's only doing it for fame. She's only holding on because he's doing it for free.
Oh my goodness. So he also...
You see that symbiotic relation?
Scammers scamming scammers. That's what it comes down to. The only reason why he ever tried to take this on is because he wanted fame. Yeah. That's it.
He wanted his name.
He's completely and 3. Yeah, there you go. You're back. What were you saying?
He sweeps it under the rug. The concerns, the major concerns from multiple people about the child and the treatment of the child on that property. He cares less.
It doesn't care at all. And what does that tell you about a human being that doesn't care about a child? What does that tell you about a human being that uses a child
and it's frightening
for government money
What does that tell you about a person that uses the child for grifting and constant GoFundMes, or grifting and saying, I'm going to represent you so I can get famous? Oh, he's famous now. He's famous.
But not in a good way.
Not in a good way. And there are those that are so foolish to say, all marketing is good marketing. All PR is good PR. No. You think P. Diddy right now is going, gee, I sure am glad they're talking about
Are
me.
the haters saying that?
Well, I've heard.
Are these
I've
the
heard.
same ones that used to be fans but now love to
Well,
hate
I've
you?
heard Busted Biscuit Boy say that. All PR is good PR. No, not at all. My dad's a murderer. He's out now. How insane.
Oh, yeah.
How insane. How insane. So Deuce files a motion to move the federal case from Gainesville to Gainesville. That's my favorite attorney that I've never had to pay for. Oh boy.
So yeah, so he did file. Are you going to talk about the other motion? He
Go
filed?
ahead. Go ahead.
He did file another motion immediately, because it wasn't a win for him. And so that one was actually ruled on.
Which was to eliminate. So there's processes. We have to lay the foundation because everybody doesn't know what's going on. There's processes in a court case, in a federal court case. Federal is different than state, different than civil. And so there's a timeline of what happens. And to get to a point where you don't go to the trial, they schedule mediation. Okay. Mediation. Can we agree? Can we compromise? And there is going to be no compromise.
And
there is going to be no
day one.
There's going to be no settlement, no talk. All of these people, all of these people, all of them, the walruses, all of them are going to be held to the highest extent, fullest extent of the law. It's all happening. There will be no mediation, no settlement talks whatsoever. Nothing. It's moving forward. So he files to actually say, hey, to save time and money, let's not go to mediation.
No one ever said, let's go to mediation.
It has to in the schedule. That's part of the process. So
he's trying to speed it up?
So he actually gets an approval. For once, he gets an approval. And guess who it helps? Me.
But this is the same guy that said, oh, well, I filed this to try and delay it for 5 months.
Yeah.
So now it speeds it up.
So now,
He's running out of money.
so now he's so proud. He delayed it. He delayed it. He delayed it. And now he's
there
like,
was
well,
never a delay.
let's get mediation out. And I'm going, yeah, absolutely. And now I don't have to pay legal fees for mediation. I mean, if he really wanted to hurt me, he could have said, no, we're going to mediation. Except, see, it hurts him. He doesn't have the money to fly. He doesn't have the money to represent. He doesn't have the money to be in court. I guarantee you at the end of all of this, I promise you at the end of all this, you watch, you mark my words, his mail order bride is leaving him. I guarantee it. I guarantee it.
We don't have proof of that, nor can we predict the future. But I think I'm pretty sure he's going to regret wanting to represent her or even take on to this.
Going to? I bet he already does in a major way.
He's definitely going to regret it.
Oh my goodness. Okay. So Deuce gets a win, but who really is the win for? I mean, I'm the biggest winner.
It wasn't really a win though. I don't consider it a win.
Well, it was never.
You never were going to go in that direction anyways.
Well, mediation scheduled had to take place unless the magistrate says, no, we can skip that. And he said, we can skip it. So it's a win for me. I don't have to pay for that out of my pocket.
I look at it as a win for you.
Lynette's not paying for anything. So with Lynette not paying for anything, it's not a win. It's not a win for her. It's somewhat of a win for Deuce because he doesn't have any money. And now his scammers who are raising money, you know, there was a memorial that now isn't happening. We need money for Deuce to get to Pensacola. Yeah, it goes on and on and on. You're wondering where all this money is going? This guy should have never gotten involved if he didn't have the money to be a part of it. I'd say the exact same thing to Lynette and Crook. You should have never stalked us. Never. Nobody should ever stalk us, ever.
There's text messages that Lynette sent to Madam Mayor saying, oh, Jeremy can teach Landon how to be fun employed and well off and so successful. You
mean the same grandson who she said was doing things to the child?
And that's a strong drinker and that's violence and has an anger issue. But these are conversations she never even had with you. She just assumed that you would teach him how to be fun employed and how to be well off doing storage units.
What a creep.
Working for you.
What a creep. What a creep. So we did file to add the additional defendants in the federal case as well. Now, when I was there in Pensacola, and to be clear, the judge denied that. And I'm going to tell you why, because he actually told us in Pensacola. He already told us. He beyond hinted. He told us exactly which way he was leaning. So when we were in Pensacola, and I told you about in the judge's outer chambers, and then he specifically told Deuce, I will call and I will have you locked up today. And then, since all of us were there, he looks at me and Randy and is like, that goes for everybody. And so in the same conversation, he's talking to me and Randy, and he's going, listen, I got your new motion to add defendants. I don't think that's a good idea. And here's the reason why. Because the clearest cut cases are 1, 2 individuals. This is what they did. And he's looking at me and he's going, Jeremy, that's how you win the case. If you get more parties in here, then that muddies the waters. And it's not so clear cut for the jury. The easiest route to winning is right there. Lynette, Crook, move forward. There are other avenues for these other people. And so he already told us from the very beginning. And then Randy shared with them. You know what? I'm not going to share with you what Randy shared with them. Crafty Jen, thank you so much. But we do know that the magistrate or the judge from the very beginning, he did not want that to happen, because, and I honestly 100% believe he is looking out for the best interest of me. He sees what's happened. Deuce is not covertly, he's not covert in his actions whatsoever. The magistrate sees exactly what's happening. He wanted the fame. He's doing this. He's defaming me. He sees it all happening.
So you think he's letting them represent them so that he could hang himself later?
Well, let's face it. Whether Deuce is a defendant or Deuce is their lawyer, I win. So what does it really matter? I've got the best lawyer that I've never had to pay defending them.
So in other words,
who has no clue.
The judges already saw their magistrate and how they write versus the way Deuce writes.
Exactly.
Clearly, they're illiterate with run-on sentences, poor grammar, whatever. So he's allowing them to be represented by an attorney so that they could lose the right way. So
correct.
Because if they were pro bono, it would just drag everything.
And he is 100% for justice. And you see, he does not mess around. I love the man. The man thinks like me. Like when I met him, I'm like, oh my goodness, that's a younger me. Not much younger.
Also be fair.
Well, absolutely.
And he never show favoritism or bias.
And he was fair. He even told me, he's like, if you want to win this case, you need to answer these questions. You need to answer all the questions in the deposition. He goes, or when they filed to dismiss it because you didn't, I have to dismiss it. Like, he point blank put me in my place at the same time telling me this is the direction you need to go if you're going to win. And so I appreciate that very much so. So there are, in regards to the judge not adding the defendants, there are many routes to the same location. It's not like going to Cedar Key. Well, actually, I mean, even Cedar Key, you have to go west. All right, there's only really one route to go to Cedar Key, but there's another route. There's a backdoor route, and then it all converges and goes to Cedar Key. And I am going to talk about the B&Bs in a moment, but there are multiple routes to get the same outcome. And so with our planning and our strategic planning, you understand that that we're playing 3-tiered chess, and Deuce is eating macaroni and cheese and
checkers.
He don't even know how to play checkers. He tried to move a federal case from Gainesville to Gainesville. He ain't playing checkers.
He's playing Go Fish.
I mean, what game is that?
His nose is the hook.
Oh my goodness. Old Maid? Is he playing Old Maid? Is he playing? I don't know what game it is, but he's losing drastically. And his clients yet again violated the civil protection orders again. He can't even keep his clients from stopping from violating the civil protection orders. And we have third-party communication and contact through the walruses. That's going to court as well.
Their PR team.
And so they have access to the cameras posting our images. That's going to court as well.
On her fence, the camera's on her fence.
So
she's letting them pay for it.
they can't hear you behind the microphone, Deanna. You either come up here or Deanna's like in the background.
Put it in the chat.
Yeah, this.
You can always put it in the
And
chat.
like, hey, the microphone's facing this way. I know you can probably still hear her
I
a
have
little
big
bit.
mouth.
Okay. So the judge, this is a win for me in the aspect that Deuce is still their lawyer. Who could have picked a better lawyer to win against? I mean, he has lost so much for them already. Deny, right? All right, so that's a win for me. And the judge protecting the integrity of the case. Now, in all reality, I'm a little shocked that he didn't add them. But there are other routes to this same, and he shared this. He already said it from the beginning. He shared this, and so I think the best thing to say is, number one, none of these individuals are getting off on not going to court. Okay. So just wipe your mind of that and going, well, the federal judge didn't add them. No, what's going to happen? Oh, well, you're about to see in a few weeks, and there will be others involved as well. And so that's what I'm going to share with you, that there are others in this ecosystem that are being added. And when I say something, you see it happen. When these fools say something, what do you see? Oh, that's right. You see a random picture of a black cat that isn't the cat, that isn't with Tyra, that isn't with Lynette, that isn't on the property. We have video of the cat on the property. Okay. All right. So in regards to the defendants not being added, not the end of the world by any stretch of the imagination. That was just one. Actually, to be very transparent, that was never the intent. In the beginning, there was a whole nother direction we were going. And then once Shara came in with her deposition, it was like, well, this is the path of least resistance. This is obviously conspiracy of defamation. Let's just add it into the federal suit. And the magistrate said, hey, that's just going to muddy the waters. We're too far into it. You got other routes to go. And now, so that wasn't even the first plan. Now we go back to the original plan. And so they're by no means off the hook. They are by no means just going to walk away from this. They are going to be held accountable, Okay. And that, I think in the aspect of people being held accountable, you even have people literally calling other people and crying to them and going, hey, don't forget, you're getting gold. I'm going to show it to you one more time. We're giving away gold. You've got other people crying to other people. Do you think I'm going to jail? I'm going to court this week. The state's coming after me. Do you think I'm going to jail? My lawyer said at a minimum 180 days. I think once the court actually looks at their history of dealing, intent to sell, and everything else they've been busted for, yeah, probably going to jail. And who do you think they're going to blame? Me. They're going to blame me for what they've done.
For illegal activity.
Yeah. Isn't that interesting?
I mean, that's why we started the Blame Jeremy series.
Well, it is a funny series. I got to give you that. It is a funny series. Okay. And obviously we purchased B&Bs, and everybody wants to know, how in the world do we book your B&Bs? When the time is right, we'll share that with you. Okay. The bookings for the B&Bs, they're booked solid for the next 3 months.
They are.
They're booked solid.
Yes.
Like we can't even get in and stay in them,
No.
which we want to. So they are booked 100% completely solid. We will share with you at the appropriate time. And if you're going, well, what about the haters? They're already saying they're going to destroy your business. All right. First of all, the B&Bs are for the lovers. Okay. The haters can't afford it in the first place. And if they're that dumb, there's a non-refundable deposit. We will have their credit card on file. We will have all their public information, and we will match it with their post, and they'll go to court. If they damage the property, they'll be arrested. Don't worry about it. These individuals can't afford to stay there. The lovers can. And always remember this, 95% of the people love you, 5% of the people hate you. Don't even think about the 5% who hate you. Focus on the 95 who love you, and they'll love you even more. And we love you so much that we're going to give away $1,660
of
of
gold.
gold.
I'll see you guys on Whatnot. I gotta go set up.
All right, George is going to go set up on Whatnot. By the way, this is a storage unit chair right here from this week. Look at that. Man, I want to try it. I haven't even tried it yet. And so that's our philosophy, that we want to share love with the lovers. And that's one of the reasons why we started with $100. Then we went to $500. Then we went to $1,000. Then we said we were going to $1,500. And now we're at $1,660 in pure gold that you can win tonight if you jump into our Whatnot auctions. It's in the pinned comment, and mods, go ahead. You can jump and pin that comment in there as well. George is getting set up right now. Remember, all you have to do is make a purchase. You get free $15 anyway. We're giving you free $15 if you've never made a purchase on Whatnot before. Use our link. You can purchase something for $20, cost you $5, and you potentially are going to win $1,660 in gold. We've got gold, we've got silver, we got coins, we got money. You name it, we got it. And we're auctioning it off tonight. We have over 1,000 items in the buy it now. You can purchase something immediately once George gets started, and you're going to be in that buyer appreciation for gold. And there's going to be all other kinds of giveaways as well. All right. With that all being said, what a night. We've got a our biggest auction coming up right now. Jump over there on Whatnot. Meet us over there. We're going to have a ton of fun. You're not going to believe it. Somebody's going to win $1,660 in gold. And you know what I always say, my friends? Stay weird. The good weird. Don't be creepy like all these walruses and deuces and linettes and crooks. Stay weird, my friends, because we love you. You're a weirdo.